Hey Tiffany, it's great to see you again.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay.
It's a little cold out there today. How was it getting here? I was freezing.
I actually like the cold. Windsor's my favorite.
What? I do not. I hate being cold. I would rather be warm any day.
No, I love it. I even took a walk to the thrift shop yesterday.
In the cold?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I could never. Well, I'm glad at least somebody's enjoying it. Okay, so today is our last session. As you know, we've kind of talked about in the other sessions, kind of coming to the end. And so that is today. There's just some things I want to talk about with you. I was kind of just wondering, like, how you felt about this whole experience.
This experience helped me to think more for myself instead of for what other people think. Like, our first meeting, I was telling you that my mother wanted me to move out. But then after that, I started thinking how it would be if I moved out. So I made the decision myself to move out. And then I made the decision to stay at my workplace, even though it feels as if my boss is harassing me. But if it gets bad, then I can go to HR. And, there's nothing bad that's actually happened. It's just a few mean words. And I've lived through that before, so it's nothing off my shoulders, no skin off my teeth or whatever the saying is.
Okay, and like, how do you feel like about our work together, like the things that we did?
Well, to be honest, I've never kept a budget before, so that's gonna be interesting. But it was nice going through it and, at least going through the motions here so that I would know what to do in the future.
Okay, good. So do you think that you got benefit out of our work together?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, with the whole thinking for myself and, well, not for myself, but because I don't mean by myself, but thinking about myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that sounds selfish, but I think it's okay to be a little selfish sometimes,
Yes, definitely.
And, just being able to do things that I think will be best for me in the long run.
Mm-hmm. Good, I'm glad to hear that. I know, personally, I feel like I've seen a lot of growth in you from each session to session, and I just feel that you seem to kind of come out of your shell and, like you said, kind of worry about yourself more versus everybody else. And, like, yes, it is hard to get away from that mindset that I have to take care of everybody else, but you got to take care of yourself first and do things for yourself first. So I think it was really good to be able to see that kind of growth in you. And I'm really happy that that you let me go along that journey with you, because I really appreciated being able to work with you on these things and that you trusted me in helping you work through the things that we worked through.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate that. So I just kind of want to talk about, we kind of, in the second session, made that plan of things that we were going to do as far as, like, all the steps we needed to do to make a budget and then look at, like, the home or the apartments and everything. How do you personally feel about how well we accomplished those tasks and those goals?
I think we did well on scratching the surface. Looking up houses now when I don't plan to actually buy, I think it was good practice. It's gonna be an entirely different thing when I actually do it. And I don't know, I'm still kind of nervous for it, but I guess not as nervous as I was, because now I have a little bit of experience, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, definitely. You were able to practice it and kind of see what was available in your budget and everything, so you just feel a little more prepared, maybe.
Yeah, that was the word.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I just wanted to let you know that when the time comes, so, like, if you need, like, help again when the time comes, like, if you feel, kind of overwhelmed or kind of nervous about it, you can come back and we can go through like the actual process together. I just want to let you know that because I know this was just kind of practice because you weren't like exactly to that point where you were ready yet. But when the time comes, if you do feel like you need help, like please feel free to come back or call me, whatever you feel comfortable with, or if you need me at all. So and we can go through that together, and when you really go to do it, if that's something you want. Okay. So have you thought a little bit more about like where you want to live? Like what are your like kind of future goals after, or future thoughts after our work together?
I don't know yet. I don't know. I've thought about the places that we looked at, obviously, the last time that we were here. And I've talked with my mom a bit, and I don't know. I feel maybe the best place for me would probably be Chapel Oaks because I'm so familiar with it. And when I was there, I don't remember, like, because I was pretty young. And there's like a park there, and it was like a community in those apartments. And if my brothers are to ever visit me, I want them to feel what I felt when I was there, you know?
Yeah, kind of like welcome and okay. That's good to hear. So I know you said you kind of want to wait till tax time. Like, do you have an idea of like what month or what time of the year next year that you're wanting to look into moving out? Like
end of January, beginning of February.
Okay.
Maybe March, but nothing after March.
Okay, so March is kind of like your deadline when you want to do it. Okay.
Yep, like the FAFSA.
Right. Yeah. No, plenty about the FAFSA. Are there any more obstacles you're kind of worried about with moving out, or any fears you have about it? So, I mean, like I know we discussed, like in the back of your mind, you're always gonna have that fear of like a robbery or break-in because that is like that's something you got experience with. But like other than that, is there anything else or?
I don't think so, but at the same time, I just haven't been thinking about it so that I don't, manifest any negative thoughts in my mind, right? Because as I've been coming here and as I've been talking with my mother, she knows the fears that I've had, but she's also been putting this thing inside my head where she goes, positive thoughts warrant positive actions and other things positive coming in your life. So I'm just trying to have a good outlook on, just trying this thing called optimism. And it's not easy, but I think it's working, so.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that because, sometimes it doesn't do any good to get yourself worked up or worry about things that haven't happened because then it just, adds to the stress of life. So I just was wondering kind of where you were at with that. Are there any things that you're kind of like excited about, thinking about like when moving out? Like I know you said kind of having that your own space and then also a space for your brothers to kind of get away, but is there like anything else? Like
I don't know, because I've never really lived on my own. I will say I'm not the best cook. I can make deviled eggs, but I can't eat deviled eggs every day. Maybe just learning how to be independent, learning how to cook and how to be my own person. That's what I'm most looking forward to.
How do you think you're gonna try to like teach yourself or help yourself learn to cook?
Tasty videos.
On Facebook videos.
Yeah.
There you go. I didn't know if you were gonna look into classes or something, but that's
No.
Those videos on Facebook take you down step by step.
Yeah,
so that's definitely a good idea.
YouTube is definitely gonna be my primary professor.
There you go. Hey, whatever works. I'm excited for you to have, for all the successes you have in the food, and then you're also gonna have some failures, but that's okay.
I know.
But that is kind of exciting, yeah, to be able to learn some kind of skills on your own, and it is, it's definitely a prideful feeling to know that you're taking care of yourself and that you're able to do it for yourself. So I think that will definitely be something good for you. Okay, so is there any other kind of any other feelings you have or concerns you have or anything else that you kind of want to like talk to me about or just talk like not even like as a social worker, just talk about just in general?
I did want to thank you for being so persistent with me during those first few, during our first encounter, because I made it known that I wasn't here by choice. But after our second one, it wasn't really my mom telling me to come here anymore. It was my own choice. So I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. That I'm really glad to hear that because I just wanted to be here as someone like in case you needed me, if you felt you needed me, and if you didn't think you needed me, that was great. But I just wanted to to keep letting you know that like I was here and I was ready and willing to help. So I'm glad that it was kind of more towards the end you're wanting to come versus just your mom wanting to come. I'm happy to hear that, and I have definitely appreciated working with you and for you letting me go along this journey with you. It's definitely something new, and I know you're not like actually moving out yet, but still, even just you're starting to think about it is definitely like a big step in your independence. So I'm definitely appreciative that you let me kind of go along this and practice this with you because I just want to make this as easy as possible for you. So, so thank you for that. Okay, so our agency. We like to do follow-up calls with people like after they end their work with us. We just kind of like to check in on people just to kind of see like where they're at, if they need any help, because a lot of time some people don't want to come back and ask for help, and so like if they get a call and they know that we care, they may be a little more they may want to like let us know then, and so we really like just to do that. And so I just wanted to let you know to probably expect a follow-up call from me around probably like February, beginning of March or something. And like I said, please feel free to come back if you like have any concerns or if you're nervous about anything, or even if you just want to talk or want help in the process, because I am here to help you with anything that you, even if it's not like if you want to come back and it's not about moving out at all, anything that you feel you need help with or don't need help with, if you just want to talk, I am here for you.
Awesome. That's actually really great to hear, because you can expect that I will be making an appointment in the future, and then we can delve into the issue of my father.
Okay, yeah. That's something we didn't get into with this, but yeah, if that's something that when the time comes you're ready to talk about, I am definitely here for you.
Yep.
And I look forward to seeing you again. I'm glad to hear that you feel comfortable coming back, because that is my goal, is to make you feel comfortable. So, okay, it was so nice to meet you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great holiday.